Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 15 of our 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. Last episode, we annihilated Ludwig with our saw spear. In this episode, we are going to conquer the next level of the DLC, which is the Research Hall and the Astral Clock Tower. As always, we are going for full completion, so every item, every secret, and every boss. So grab your weapon of choice, and let's continue the hunt. Ludwig is still with us, believe it or not, as you can see him moving. But he's literally just going to sit there and breathe. I don't really want to listen to him. So we're just going to move on from there. Now, we are in the Research Hall, or the base level of the Research Hall. We are going to come back and grab a lot of the items in here later in the level, or in the video. Once we get our special... Wow, you're still alive. That's impressive. Once we get our special key that lets us search through everything. But we got our next weapon, the Fist of Gratia. This is also the level where I will get my favorite weapon in the game, the Church Pick. I love this weapon, and it is right in here. There's a hunter right beside this door, and I am very excited to get it. But we're going to run up top through here. We're going to take a hard left, and we got a couple rats to kill. There are 3 of them that are going to be hiding or blocking a chunk. So we want to kill these rats quickly. How are you still alive? It's impressive. And we want to grab our last chunk over here. We are then going to grab a Great One's Wisdom from this spot. Now, you do not need to fight these 2 NPC hunters. You can just run around and run up and place your eye pendant in the statue. But since we are going for 100% completion, we are going to try to kill everybody. So, try to fight this one first if you can. The other one will be using a hunter tool that we're going to get either later in this episode, if not this one, the next one. It is the Black Sky Eye. It is a very useful hunter tool, as it does a lot of damage and you can spam it very quickly. Oh, come on. So this lady can flat out whoop you in one swing, so just so you know, you got to be careful. Especially when she has Ludwig's Holy Blade out. It can hit really bad and really fast. Ouch. Ow! Holy crap! Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. Stop it. Alright, there we go. Just had to bait her into a spot where I am in safety from the other lady. So this lady's just going to spam that and then might swing her cane every now and again. But she doesn't have a gun, so don't worry about, don't worry about dying. Let's just say that. So as long as she doesn't hit you with Black Sky Eye, you'll be perfectly fine. And there we go. Easy peasy. And we get some Quicksilver bullets from killing her as well. Now we're going to come up this way and press X. You will get a cutscene that just raises the elevator up. Now before we rest or do anything, we're actually going to ride this elevator back down. And the reason being is we are going to grab our item that we can go fight Lawrence with. Or in order to fight Lawrence, we got to go get it. It's the best way I should describe it. And that is by using this lever over here. You know, whenever it says that it's operable. Oh, that's right. I got to walk on it. I forgot. And now we can come all the way up and wait for this thing to get all the way up here. Because we have another weapon to go grab. Once we grab Lawrence's skull. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one I have to hit the lever. That's right. I forgot. And then we gotta wait and watch as we come down into the lower level where we will be able to find the workshop. What was it called? Is it the workshop cannon? Or the church cannon? I don't remember. It's one of the 2 names. Church cannon. Got it. And now we can warp back to the lamp that we just got. Hey, if you're enjoying the run, make sure to subscribe to my channel, All Paths Taken. I cover every secret, every boss, and every hidden path so you never miss a thing. Because here, we don't just play the game, we take all paths. So be sure to subscribe right now. Alright, and here we are. I'm going to go back because I want to make sure I'm at full blood before we go into the level. Because, honestly, the best chance to go fight this boss right away is by completing the level and then immediately going in, especially if you're just running through. Because, like, the boss fight's really close to where you get... what am I trying to do? I'm trying to repair. There we go. The boss fight's really close to where you get the shortcut for it. Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Or I shouldn't say shortcut. What's the word? You move the spiral staircase, and the boss fight's, like, right there. So, yeah. Alright, so run forward. There's going to be a chunk boy over here that we can kill. If you do not have blue elixirs, I probably should have mentioned this when we were back in the dream, but you need to go get some. So that is just a random NPC. There's literally nothing that dude has for a quest. So now we want to come this way and kill this guy. We want to try not to run through the poison because, you know, poison bad. Now we're going to run over here and we're going to grab blue elixirs and then we're going to run out as well. We will eventually come through those doors, so don't worry about that as of the moment. But now... honestly, I don't recommend you fight anybody up here. Like, I'm being 100% serious. These guys hit like a truck. They're very fast. I honestly recommend you just run and run up to the lever and go through the level that way. Like, this level is one of the best levels in the game. But these enemies are some of the hardest enemies in the game. And I'm not saying that because they're endgame scaling. I mean, like, when they see you, they let you know that you are seen and you are going to get hit. And there are just a lot of them. Like, look at this guy. And his butt buddy was behind me that I didn't see. Like, look at how much damage this dude does. Absolutely wild. Alright, so there's a lot of dudes over in that room. We are going to go this way. Because we got two guys down here that we can kill. We're going to grab the blood vials. And we're going to open this little side door. You don't need to talk to anybody. There's literally nothing in the room. Even the stuff that's bright over there, there's nothing. It's just showing you guys a bunch of people that are in pain. But we're going to come to the talk. And we're going to mess with a really hard enemy. Oh, excuse me. So this dude I recommend parrying. It's one of the best ways to deal with him. Because he does hit so stinking hard. And if not parrying, then a visceral attack. With a backstab. And we get some blood. I think he's going to drop some blood. Ooh, a damp blood tinged gem. Did I see that right? Where is it? I want to know what that is. I don't think I've ever gotten that. Ooh, blood up 10%? That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Now, this just puts us in the same spot, or the other end, where we could have gone going the other way, right? So we just went the same direction. This is just an easier way to do it. However, I do want to backtrack because there are a couple items that we can get from the level. So we're going to come out here, wait for these guys to come in and fight us. Again, there's going to be several, so you want to make sure you're stocked up on blood. You don't want to come into this level with less than your 20. So we're going to kill all of these dudes. There's going to be more in here. Up top there, there's going to be ones that throw these vials that do some AoE damage. We're going to kill that dude first. Then kill the next one. Grab a sedative or 2. Now we have how many guys? 4 guys. So we are going to wait until every one of them is down the steps. Because again, there are just so many enemies in this little area that we have to wait for all of them. Because if we just start attacking, we're going to die a very painful death by all of them. I'm going to run this way first. Kill these guys. Wow, that was nice. He just kind of fell. Well, that was handy, killing him that fast. Got that dude, and then there should be one more right out the door. Ooh, we got 3 more. Nice. Well, that was lucky. I did not think with how the camera was all wonky and janked out that we would have been able to do that. Alright, so we grabbed our items. We killed all 20,000 of those dudes. We got all the items. Now we can run back up, and you can see again, we're just at that same ladder that we were the other way. Now, from here, we're going to take the left and open the door. Now, we're going to grab this item. Now, you can let the gun dude up there kill these 2. It's helpful. It's because it's one less thing for you to do. The main thing is to kill the ones that also try to come out of the room. I thought I was going to get through it a little bit faster than I did, so I apologize about that. But we got a guy right here who loves to grab, so you got to be careful with that one. We're going to kill that guy, grab some bullets. Then we're going to come out this way. When you come out this way, there's an item right over here, another damp blood gem. And now we're back pretty much where we started in the previous little section. Alright, now, this dude loves to shoot. So I recommend you throw on a blue elixir and you just run past. He's not going to see you right away. So you'll be able to skate through easy peasy. And get all the way up to the top where we have this guy and we can kill him right away if we, don't die. Holy wombo combo. Oh, he didn't fall off the edge. Dang it. There we go. There's our visceral attack. Excellente. Ooh, another damp blood gem. That's pretty sweet. Then we're going to climb the ladder. And we're going to get to the top of it where we can eventually get to our, what's it called? Our lever. Now we got a couple rats to kill first. And a couple items to grab. I do not recommend going through your full combo because your combo will eventually lead you off the ledge. Again, this is an NPC. He's not going to attack you. I just like killing him just because. He's a little crazy. We got a couple crows. And a bloodstone chunk. Now, we're going to go this way. We will eventually get to that crow anyway, so don't worry about him. And there will be an enemy that will drop down right behind us. We're going to kill it. And then come over this way. Or wait, isn't that... It's not there yet? What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Then we're going to come this way. And grab our lever. Now, if you're speedrunning, you can drop down from here onto the next layer below. And immediately go to the boss fight from there. But I'm going to try to show you everything in the level. So this guy will drop down as well. You can kill that bird to get another guidance ruin, but we already have the better one. So we don't really need to drop down and kill him. But if you're looking for legitimately every ruin, you can go kill that crow to get it. This thing over here is pretty gross. So if you attack it, it won't die, but it will drop brain fluid. We need the brain fluid to give to an NPC so we can eventually get a new rune that changes who we are and how we act. It's pretty cool. So now we're going to go down the lever. Or the lever. Jesus, the ladder. There we go. That's how words work. And we're going to come this direction to the left to grab a chest with a couple of crows. There, we're going to grab the chest. We got a gem that's good for a kin enemy, which is like your next boss and a couple other enemies. The moment you step on these stairs, these naked dudes are going to start coming. They hit incredibly hard, so just be careful. Oh my god, I'm going to die. How I am alive, I will never know. Holy crap. I am shooketh with how I am still alive. Whew! Don't ask me how I did that, because the world will never know. I was basically pooping my pants the entire time I was trying to fight them. Whew! But now, with the staircase raised, we can come down here one by one. These guys will not see you until you start attacking. They also do not get staggered. So if you are not fast enough, you will get hit by those guys. But now we want to come this way. We also want to be careful about tiles on the floor. Right after this enemy, you can see that this tile is up. If you step on it, the things next to us will shatter, and that's just like a big damage and a big attack that will hit you pretty hard. So you just got to be careful. But once you step on it once, it's good. It's not going to trigger again. It's not like the buttons or tiles in the Chalice dungeons where they will always trigger the statues. So, and here's a trap room. Just grab your items and then run out as fast as possible, because those enemies can do some pretty big damage. If you want to kill them, you can, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. Then we're going to run across and we're going to kill Gatling gun dude over here, and then we're going to go get the shortcut. Oh, I forgot. You're here. Gatling gun dude's still alive? That's impressive. Come on, buddy. Ouch. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Come here. Come here, friend. I disagree, but okay. Come here, friend. Friend, come here. Friend or foe? What are you doing? Why are you the way you are? You have a lot of health. My goodness. That took a while. Also, your RNG was just terrible that time. Alright, we're going to go back over here and actually kill this guy. He was just having a lot of fun shooting one spot. So, we're going to move on. We are going to grab our door to an elevator. Actually, wait, hang on. Did I see another? I did. I need to go grab that. Hang on. Apologies for going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but I did not see this thing right away. We're going to hit this thing again. It's going to give us more brain fluid. And then we're going to come back up the little staircase, if I can get around this thing. And then we're going to go into the elevator and go down. Now, in one of these elevators, I think it's this one, there is a side little drop-off. We will come back and get that after we get all of the shortcuts. So from here, you're going to kill the dude on the right before he tries to kill you. Then we're going to kill this dude. I am shocked that I cannot kill everybody in 2 hits. Like, I am one of the strongest... This is one of my strongest builds, and I am just shocked that for some reason I'm not killing them in 2 hits. I don't understand why. Alright, then we got all of those. Now we are going to go get our shortcut, And then we will come back up and explore down there, and then we will explore that little spot in the elevator. And this NPC that we're going to go meet is actually the one that we're going to give the brain fluid to. This way we can get our milkweed rune, which will eventually let us have the ability to use the cause parasite for a potential arcane build. It's pretty cool. It is hands down the worst weapon in the game, but it is something that we could do as well. Oh, that's right. I forgot she gives us blood. I forgot she gives us blood. Alright, but now we're going to run down and we're going to go back to the dream. We're going to level up and then go from there. Alright. Ooh, I'm so close to 50. Do I have anything to sell? Lead elixirs, never going to use them. Oil urns, never going to use them. Cocktails, never going to use them. Numbing mist, never going to use them. Alright. That should be enough, right? Yes. Haha! 50-50. Excellent. Now I'm probably going to be alternating between endurance to get endurance to like 15. And then I'm going to be putting a boatload of levels into arcane from here on out. And then you're going to really see how strong this weapon truly is. Because, like, this weapon is absolutely busted when it comes to that stuff. 243, 247. Any armor that I want? Not really. That's fine. We can go back to the dream. Or not the dream. The hall. Alright, so we're going to talk to this dude. Again, there's no extra dialogue. We don't even have to talk to him. He eventually is going to go to the next area of the game anyway. So, all of these little body thingies now are enemies. I'm not going to kill them all. We're just going to run by and grab items. So we got a gem. We're probably going to get poisoned as we grab the cold blood. Hey, we didn't. What a legend. And then we're going to come this direction. And we are going to go back up the elevator. We might be able to give this girl more blood. I don't remember. Or more brain fluid. Or do I need to use her blood? I can't remember. Where is her blood? Wow, literally right at the top. I'm a doofus. Alright. So we're going to go through the elevator. We're going to send this elevator back down once we get to the top. And then we are going to kill these guys again. Still bothers me that it's 3 hits. It should be 2. Not sure why it's 3 hits. Maybe I don't have a best rune on or something like that, or a better blood gem. I don't know. But now we're going to come down here and drop onto this bad boy. These ones are like very animalistic. They will literally flop all over the place. And it's really weird how they move. Like, I am not a fan of these enemies. They just creep me out entirely. But we got a door open. We're going to grab some blood. Then, I believe in one of these sides, we got an enemy to go kill too. Yep, right here. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to grab Frenzied Cold Blood. Ooh, what'd you drop for me? Blood? Another gem. Cool. Now we're going to run this way. Again, try to avoid running down the middle just in case you don't see a tile there. Now, just a random NPC. We're just going to kill him. There's literally no quests with any of these NPCs, by the way. Alright, now we're going to run back the way we came. We're going to climb back up that ladder. So I don't believe there's any staircases that we can go up and down, right? I don't believe so. Now, we're going to run out this door. Actually, we'll do that in a minute. We're going to go up and do the other side little area first. Because that area leads to the boss. And if I'm still at 20 blood vials, I'll just go fight the boss after. Because I don't think we're going to be at a point where we can level up. So running down here to the edge. We're then going to run down the stairs. Alright, now... Oh, hey, hello. I did not see you there. Then we're going to run this way to grab a really cool and unique item, the lock shield. So, the lock shield basically does nothing because shields in this game are pointless. But it is incredibly good at blocking magic, right? It blocks all form or reduces all form of non-physical damage. In the next boss fight, if you want to have it equipped as like a secondary left-hand weapon, so you have your pistol or your gun that you're going to use, and then you have that as your secondary left-handed weapon, it will help you immensely trying to hide from the meteors of the living failures. But also understand that you don't really need to have it on because you can just hide by the big flower. Like, you can just hide behind the big flower that's chilling there. Alright, so in this room, again, there is an enemy that we want to kill. He is hiding over here in the corner. He will try to grab us and poison us. And then, we're going to grab our underground cell key. So this key lets us go underground at the start of the area at the base of the tower right after we killed Ludwig. So now we can go all the way back down just by running like I did. And we can basically restart the little area if you wanted to. Can I give you anything yet? No? Okay, cool. Maybe it's after I kill living failures. I can't remember when I give her the next brain fluid. Alright, we're gonna pull this down. I gotta remember, is there anything else that I needed to do? We got one random Undertaker, which is strictly there for lore purposes, not for literally anything else. Because lore-wise, is to showcase that Cathedral Ward and the Research Hall were kind of like friends and allies. That's literally all it is there for. It's just for lore. Let's see, is there any... blanking. There's an area that I was supposed to go to that I didn't. I'm trying to remember how to get there. It's been a while. Can't I just run and drop down? I feel like I can. I feel like I can, but I also feel like I'm gonna miss. Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. Dang it. So this is how you get to your boss. I'm not going to fight the boss yet, because I do have a little bit of exploring to do. So I will cut back here in a few minutes when I get to that area, and I'll show you how to get to that spot. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. So, it was all about her, and I knew it was all about her. I just didn't think it was going to happen the way it's happening. So, we got to give her brain fluid one more time. What I was looking for was the balcony key, so you can get your, so you can basically get your black sky eye. It's like the last little section of this level before we go fight the boss. Again, I'm not fighting these dudes. I'm just gonna run around them because they're not really important. You can fight them if you want, just smack them in the butt. Standing in front of them is a terrible idea. But I wanted to... It took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to get her to talk again. Like, I went back to the dream twice. I explored the rest of the level, found the same brain fluid guides to try to get the stinking brain fluid again, to give it to him. or to give it to her, and she wouldn't. I used the blood of Adeline to try to make sure, like, hey, you're progressing to the next thing, give me new dialogue, and she just never did. So, yeah, I then save and exited the game, and then magically that worked. Don't ask me how that worked, but it worked. So, if you're going to try to get the balcony key, you got to basically make sure that she is satisfied with blood, and that, oh, that sounded like magic. Angry wizards. All of them. All of them are angry wizards. But as I was saying, you gotta make sure, basically, that you can get the balcony key by giving her 2 brain fluids. So if resetting the area by going back to the dream doesn't work, just save and exit the game, and then it should work from there. Ouch. Whoa, hello, aggressive. Alright. So make sure you hide behind the pillars to try to kill these dudes. Then we got our hunter tool. You can leave if you want. There's literally no more items for you to grab. But because I'm an angry person and I want to savagely destroy everything, I'm gonna kill them all. Because I'm an angry, mean individual in this game. Now we're going to come back up this way. I don't believe there's any items over here. I think I've checked once or twice and have never seen anything, but I could be wrong. And of course, the genius that is me is not wrong. So we're going to come over here to the window. Again, this level looks pretty familiar. It's from Upper Cathedral Ward. So that means we're going to smash this mirror or window. We're going to come this way to kill a dude who has a couple bloodstone chunks. Then we're going to run around the opposite way because we have another blood gem to get in this chest. We have to run and jump at the right time. And then we're going to get our blood gem. Now, if you have not killed these 2 ladies yet, now would be your opportunity. And then we're pretty much all set. So I'm going to head back to the lamp. We're going to go level up because I got a couple of cold blood items that I'm going to use. And basically, we're going to head right into the Living Failures boss fight and mess them up. And depending on time, because it took me about 5 minutes, if it takes me more than 2 tries, I am not going to fight Lady Maria in this episode. I will save it for the next one. Because I think that took me about 5 minutes of searching and wandering around and like, why is it not working? I know this quest line. I've done it dozens of times. So I was just kind of sitting there freaking out, like, why isn't it working? I know what I'm doing. I'm like one of the Bloodborne guys. Like, I know everything about Bloodborne. Legitimately everything. Like, it might take me five minutes to think about it. But I guarantee I know it. Alright, Arcane, here we go. What's also going to be nice is that I'm going to be able to use some of those hunter tools with the more arcane that I put on this this build and this character. It's going to be kind of cool. I very rarely use arcane. Alright, so before we go to the boss, I just remembered we're going to go back to the underground corpse pile so we can go grab all of those items in there, and then I can get my favorite weapon, the church pick. I'm so excited for the church pick. Church pick is what I have been waiting for. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting forever for the church pick. But the sad part is I'm not going to be able to use it till we go through the fishing hamlet and get all of the blood rocks. Which there's, I don't know why I said all. There's literally only one. There's literally only one in the DLC. But, oh well, it is what it is. But we got a new armor set from killing that guy. He does not give them to you any other way. Then we got to kill these 2 guys again. still boggles my brain that those wheelchair guys do not die. Now we got one of the hardest NPCs in the game, the church pick dude, because he has the repeating pistol again. So we're gonna take our saw spear, and we're gonna hit him through the door, and then gonna back out. He sometimes gets stuck, but every now and again he will figure it out and how to come around the door. But we just want to kind of stay where we are until he comes out. Because then he's going to come out of the doorway most of the time. Wow, he literally just got himself stuck again. But most of the time when he dodges away like that out by the door, that's when we're just going to have to deal with everything that he's doing. This is the luckiest RNG I think I've ever had of this guy. Oh, now he's figured it out. Figured it out just in time to die, boy. And teleport into my pocket. Yeah. 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 I'm so happy. The build is complete. Oh, I love this weapon so much. God, this weapon's great. Unfortunately, I don't get to use it yet because it's really weak. But that's okay. I will accept it for now. It's still my favorite weapon in the game. It's got the most versatile moveset. It's really fast for a two-handing weapon. And since it's leveled up on skill, we get to use it for a lot of stinking damage. But now, since we have this underground key, I don't know if we'll be able to open this. I don't think we will yet. So this dude's Brador. He's kind of a jerk. So he's like an assassin that was held prisoner by the church and the old hunters. And basically he's who they send when they want somebody dead or they want secrets kept. One of the other hunters who was like him was Lady Maria, who we're going to fight. Now, probably not this episode because I know you're probably not going to see the exact same time, but I'm over 40 minutes right now and I'm not going to fight both Lady Maria and Living Failures in this episode. So we will fight Living Failures. We're just going to go right to them, honestly. I think 18 bullets, I'm not really going to parry all the time because we're mainly going to slap on some bolt paper and go from there to beat that boss. So we're going to run this way. We are going to go up the elevator. And then when we get out of the elevator, we are going to send it back down just in case we die. And then we're going to run over this direction. And up the stairs. There's an NPC that's going to be by the door. I honestly recommend killing it because every single time you get near this boss door, it will start talking, which can mess up your rhythm and flow for the boss fight. So for this boss fight, this is the strategy we are going to use. We're going to open the door, equip bolt paper and beast blood pellets. We are going to parry the first attack from the first living failure and visceral attack him. If it is not dead after that visceral attack, which it should be because of the claw marks we have on, we are going to hit him until he dies. Then we are going to turn right and go to that corner, the first corner of the circle, or what I should say, where one of them spawns. And we're going to just sit there and kill all of them that spawn in that location. Because it will be an endlessly, repeatably cycle until about halfway through the health bar. Maybe a little bit farther, depending on how much damage you're doing. And depending on the RNG of the other living failures that are in there. But we will be able to do a boatload of damage like that. And then after that, it's just a bunch of hit and run tactics trying to avoid all of the different magical attacks and everything like that. But when you see all of them raise their hands up in the air, that is when you want to hide on the left side of the arena behind the big flowers, because that is the meteors come from that direction and they slam down into the stock. If there's a living failure right next to you in the stock when they're doing that animation, you can kill that thing to do more damage instead of standing there wasting time. But let's get into it. This fight's pretty self-explanatory. It is a little tricky, so good luck. I believe in you, just like I believe in me, and that I will win, because I am the best at this game. So, parry the first attack. We got Claw Mark with Bolt Paper. Should be dead. Now we're going to do the same thing to this guy. And now we're going to wait for this one to pop back in. And we're going to face this direction. Ow. And now we're just going to kill these dudes. Because they're going to die very fast. And they're going to spawn back in very fast. And this guy is very nice and just hanging out. Wow, this is really nice. I'm getting really good RNG right now. And now we're going to run right behind the stock on this side, and we're just going to watch the fireworks. Now, you might need to reload on Beast Blood Pellets or Bolt Paper, because the fight is pretty much done, but we still want to do enough damage to where we can kind of stagger them all and kill them all relatively quickly. Typically, the rule of thumb, go for the ones that are using magic, because they are the ones that will stay still long enough for you to hit them without getting hit. If you're going to fight the ones that are going to attack you physically, make sure you either get behind them like I did, or try to parry them. Those are good rule of thumbs for those boss fights. But we are going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we will have Lady Maria, Orphan, and potentially Lawrence, depending on how fast everything happens. Actually, I think we're going to do Lady Maria and Lawrence right off the bat, and then we'll explore through the fishing hamlet. I think that sounds like the best plan. So, thank you for tuning in to my channel. I appreciate that you guys are all here, and I hope you have a fabulous day. I will see you in the next episode.